The drink menu is on tarot cards. You might have to make a friend out on the sidewalk to get a reservation, but it's worth it. You'll eventually get in and have some good food. But chocolate's the star of the show. Shortbread cake is so good. So really popular in the summertime when it's hot, and it gets really hot down here in Lecce. And this is how they do it. So welcome to Destination Eat Drink, the travel channel for foodies. I'm Brent Peterson. I'm an American living in Portugal. Today we're starting our Italian road trip in Lecce, in Puglia. If you imagine Italy as a boot, Puglia is the heel of the boot, and Lecce is near the end of the heel. And this is a place where we visited like 15 years ago. Really enjoyed it, so now we're back and going to enjoy it. Of course, Roman influences here, and this is the Roman theater behind me, a couple thousand years old, and they've only excavated about 1/3 of this area, so there's a lot more stuff here, but don't see them excavating the rest of it anytime soon because there's this beautiful square here. Anyway, what did we get? We went to a place that we enjoyed when we went to 14 years ago, Bakery Natale, and I got this classic Lecce treat called fruttone. So it's got the shortbread crust, and then it's filled with yummy stuff and topped with chocolate, usually filled with like quince or other kinds of jelly. Almond paste in there too. Shortbread cake is so good, moist and chewy, and then nice chocolate on the top. This is really tasty. Great way to start our Italy road trip and our visit to Lecce. So they have this special coffee in Lecce called Cafe Leccese, and it's very simple. It's just they start with some ice cubes and a little bit of almond milk, and then on top goes a shot of espresso. So really popular in the summertime when it's hot, and it gets really hot down here in Lecce, and this is how they do it. So you got the bitterness of the coffee, the sweetness of the almond milk. Nice. And then we got this little apricot pastry. Well, we got two. Don't think I'm eating both of these. Karen and I are each having one. Oh. Shortbread, apricot paste, apricot jelly. Goes well with your Cafe Leccese. Good. And of course, water, like in a civilized country. This is Piazza Santa Ronzo. Santa Ronzo was a 1st century saint, and he is the patron saint of Lecce. He was also the first bishop of Lecce, and in the year 68, he was beheaded and martyred. So they celebrate him in this square. You can see the giant pillar behind me with him at the top. Today, with his arm outstretched, he might look like he's blessing the piazza and the entire city of Lecce. But when you come here and it's raining and it's dark, it looks like he's ready to smite down his enemies with the dark clouds behind him. Anyway, this is a great place to come because it's super busy. Lots of stuff going on here. I remember we saw a concert here once, and it's surrounded by really good quality cafes, places to get stuff to eat and drink, and excellent place to hang out when you come to Lecce. This is Zie, and had a little bit of trouble getting into this place. Back when we were in Portugal, tried to email them to get a reservation, no response. So we decided to walk out here, rang the bell because the door was locked, no response. Luckily, there were a couple of guys standing out front, so I called the number. When they answered, asked them if they spoke English. They don't, understandably. But I handed the phone to the Italian guy standing next to me, and he kindly made a reservation for us on the spot. So we waited outside on the sidewalk for about half an hour to get inside. This place is so cool on the inside. It looks like grandma's house. I mean, this reminds me of some of the old school restaurants in Providence, Rhode Island that we used to go to. So what did I get? I got pasta and chickpea. And this is a classic dish from the Puglia region. You see it on menus all over the place. And I can tell just from going on my fork, this is homemade pasta. So good. And then I hadn't seen this before. Like little crispy chickpea crackers on there too. Really good. Creamy. Earthiness with the chickpeas. Salty. So, decide to come here, and you should. Food is excellent. You might have to make a friend out on the sidewalk to get a reservation, but it's worth it. You'll eventually get in and have some good food. A lot of people call Lecce the Florence of the South, and I think that's a disservice to both those cities. I mean, Florence is obviously gorgeous, but it's a Renaissance city, and Lecce is a late Baroque city. And if there's one place that you come and see when you come to Lecce, it's got to be this, the Church of the Holy Cross. This is the most magnificent example of late Baroque architecture here in southern Italy. If you look back there, you can see all of these statues, animals and men holding up these pillars, and then you got the statues of the saints and the angels up there, and the rosette window. It's really stunning, and the reason they could do all of this great artwork is because we're on a bed of limestone, a bed of soft limestone, which makes it really easy to carve, so you can do all of this intricate detail. But this place is spectacular, and as you can see, it's busy, and rightfully so. The Church of the Holy Cross is a must-do when you come to Lecce. Wouldn't be a day in Italy without a little gelato. Stumbled upon this place. We were making reservations for dinner next door, and we saw this place, Romana Gelateria. They've been doing it for almost 80 years, and when I came in, I knew that we were in for a good treat. First of all, the gelato is all in the cylinders. It's not piled high with all kinds of crazy colors. So it keeps the temperature. It also keeps the light out, keeps the gelato fresh. And then I saw the menu. They have a single origin Ecuadorian chocolate sorbet. Had to get that. And yeah, it's worth it. Also, paired it with a little strawberry, because strawberry and chocolate. Ooh, really nice, but yeah, that's good. But chocolate's the star of the show. Super good. So it was raining outside, so we ducked in here to Baffo, little cocktail bar. This place is so cool. They're playing Frank Sinatra when we walked in. They got a cool bar back here, and the best thing about this place is the drink menu is on tarot cards. Crazy. So they got a sense of humor. I got the Limpicato, which I didn't know what it translated to when I ordered it. It translates to hangman. Seems appropriate. So what is it? It's Montenegro, ginger beer, and a little stick of cinnamon in there. And you can really get the aroma and the flavor of the cinnamon. So it's really nice, spicy little cocktail. Super tasty, and we'll enjoy this. These cocktails were like €8 or €9. Really, totally reasonable. and good place to duck in from the rain. It's good. So when you come to Lecce, in fact, all over Italy, really, you're going to see these stores that claim to sell typical products of the region. And some of them are real tourist traps that are very expensive without very high quality stuff. And others like this are legit places run by real people from this region, Salento, with top-notch products. Went in there, I asked them a question about the olive oil, and she's like, taste it. You know it's good when they're offering you a taste. So we wound up getting this little can of olive oil because this will fit in our carry-on bag. We're not planning on taking a check bag back right now. This is the beginning of the trip. Check in with me in about 10 videos later and see how we do. I have the feeling we're going to wind up checking a bag. And we also got these, which are Karen's all-time favorite, and I love these too, Torelli. And, you know, these are just little crackers, but they're so crispy and tasty. You'll often get them served with your meal down in southern Italy here, in this part of Italy, instead of bread, or maybe with bread. And they are so, so good. They're crispy and delicious. And it used to be they would just have one or maybe one flavored with fennel. And now you see a million different flavors of Torelli. You see ones with pepperoncini. You see ones with cacio e pepe. You see them with fennel, of course. And then you see sweet ones as well with pistachio and other sweets in it. And it's the most wonderful little snack. Little crisp rings. These are my favorite now too. They are so good. With a glass of Pugliese wine, maybe some Primitivo, you're in heaven. I don't know. Might need to get a couple more bags. Time for dinner. It's Osteria Spiriti. Believe it or not, we were here 14 years ago, and I remember this place distinctly. We were in the table right over there. That's how memorable this meal was. So, what did I get? Well, eggplant Parmesan is super popular in this part of Italy. So, before we leave Lecce, I did want to try some eggplant. Now, this is not eggplant Parmesan. This is kind of a spin on it, but it's what it is. Eggplant with spelt spaghetti noodles and topped with a little aged cheese. I'm not familiar with this cheese, but they say it's similar to ricotta, like an aged ricotta that you might get in, like a ricotta salata you might get in Sicily. So let's give this a try. Yes, everything I remember. The tomatoes are so good in here. Oh my God. And this cheese doesn't really remind me of ricotta salata. It's much creamier, but super, super good. Wow. Fantastic. And remember I said, you get your Torelli instead of bread here? That's exactly what they did. They brought out the Torelli to go with our drinks prior to getting our meal instead of bread. So there you go. Love you, Lecce. So I couldn't leave Lecce without getting one of these, La Piscelletta. What this is, so here's the background, what you need to know. Lecce has traditionally been one of the poorest areas of Italy. So when they're making their food in the kitchen, nothing ever goes to waste. So traditionally what they would do is they would take all the little pieces of dough, all the little scraps of dough from the bread making process, and fold them all together and toss in whatever kind of veggies they would have in there and make these little buns called La Piscelletta. And you still see these occasionally in bakeries in Lecce today. I remember seeing them when we were here years ago. So this one has olives and tomato and maybe some other stuff in it as well. But I wish you could smell it, because it has that rich umami, salty, sun-dried tomato flavor to it. This is delicious, and it's just a great way to wind up our time here in Lecce. Everything's so flavorful and yummy. You can see why this area is known as the breadbasket of Italy. So, if you like this, give us a thumbs up. And also, don't forget to subscribe, because this is just the start of our Italy road trip. Up next, the seaside town of Monopole. And we're going to get some more sunshine and see the water and have some more great food, I'm sure. I'm Brent Peterson, and I'll see you down the road.